Hi, I'm Joe. I'm from the Sound Professionals. Today we're going to install one of our stereo USB microphones on Windows 10. So if you have a stereo USB mic from us, it's going to look like one of these. That mic here, that one there, or it might be one of the stereo adapters, USB adapters, so it could look like that, or even one of our older stereo mics that could look like one of those. But if you just check the model on our website, whatever you order says stereo USB, this is the correct video. So we're doing on Windows 10, it'll look the same for Windows 7, and we should have a video for these microphones for XP on our site. So when you get it, you're going to get your microphone, an install sheet, maybe a case. You might get an install CD, or if you opted out of that, you can download it off our site. We'll put a link to that below. If you don't have a stereo microphone, you might have a mono microphone, which could look like this. If that's the case, we have a different video for that. The link is in the description. We're going to go over to screen capture now, and we can show you the install steps. But step one is going to be installing those drivers. So pop your CD in or go to the link in the description to download your drivers. All right, we'll go over to screen capture. Okay, so today we're going to install a stereo USB microphone. We have a couple steps today. Very important though, do not plug in the USB microphone until we've already installed the drivers. So step one, we're going to verify our operating system. This video is for Windows 10 and by extension Windows 7. If you're on XP or Vista, we have a different video for that. So we're going to verify our operating system. We're going to install the drivers. We're going to then plug in the microphone, change a couple settings in the new program you've installed, Audio Commander, and make a test recording. So step one, we're going to verify our operating system. You can do that a couple ways. You can open your File Explorer. You might have an icon here, or you can right click and go to File Explorer. In here, you're going to find something called This PC, or maybe My PC, or it might have your name on it. It'll have all these folders, so look for that. You can right click on it and hit Properties, and that'll give you your system information. I'm on Windows 10 Pro here. Make sure yours says Windows 10 or Windows 7. Alternatively, you can just go to your search bar and type in System Info. And in here again, your operating system name will be listed. Mine's Windows 10. So again, make sure your operating system is Windows 10 or Windows 7. Once you've done that, next thing is we're going to install the drivers. So two ways that'll happen. You either opted in for the CD, in which case you can pop in your CD. It'll come up as a drive here under this PC. It might be your D drive, or it might be your E drive, depending on what your drives are. But just find it when you pop in the CD, click on it, and run the setup, and that'll begin installing the drivers. Alternatively, you can go to our website. On any of our pages, this menu bar over here, go to Help and then Drivers. And then click this link for download drivers for PC, or if you're on a different operating system, click it for that. I'm not going to click it because I've already downloaded it. So it will appear in your downloads folder. That's this folder here. It's usually here in quick access. Alternatively, if you're on Chrome, it shows up here. So go to downloads, run the program by double clicking on it, or right clicking run or open. Hit yes. It's going to go through the install. It's a very quick install. It's a lightweight program. It's called Audio Commander. It's made by a company called Andrea, and this is the software and the drivers that comes with your stereo USB microphone. So it's done. We'll hit finish. I can minimize that and close that. So now this green A will appear here. I'll click on that briefly so you can see this is Audio Commander. So right now we don't have any USB mics plugged in, not our stereo USB microphones. So the default devices are not from Andrea, which is why it's giving us this sort of red warning. So now that we have that, what we're going to do is we're actually going to come down here, right click, and close Audio Commander. It's very important. It was running, but we're going to close it. Now we're ready to plug in our USB microphone, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Plugging in for the first time, you'll get this device set up. It's going to install the device. You can see it's found the drivers already, which is great. We're going to finish for that. So now it's done when that window closes. So as you can see, Audio Commander is not running, so we do need to run it. Easiest way, I think, is just to go to the search bar and type in Audio Commander. Runs instantly. So in here, again, we're now in Audio Commander. This is outside of Sound Windows, but we're changing things that are congruent between the two. So very important over here, this recording level. This is where we're going to change settings for the recording device. We're going to turn this up all the way. And then over here, microphone enhancements, this side window, it's triggered by this button right here. We want to turn noise cancellation on. We're going to leave aggressive off. We're going to make sure acoustic echo cancellation and beamforming are both turned off. And microphone boost at plus 15 or so is fine. Later on, if you find that your signal is distorting because it's too loud, you can come in here and turn this boost down, maybe all the way, depending on which model you have. Most of our mics are very sensitive, very powerful. So you just may be in a room that's too loud and you can turn that boost down. I'm going to leave it where it is for now. Up here you may still notice that it says device is not from Andrea Electronics. That's because my playback device is my internal Soundcard, which is not made by Andrea Electronics. Most people like to use it this way, using their internal Soundcard to play back and the stereo USB microphone to record. If you wanted to use the stereo USB microphone to play back as well, you can select it here and set default. That'll move the green check. This red message will go away and you can set your levels accordingly. I'm going to leave it the way it is. The only other thing to do is turn on the real-time monitoring. It's an optional feature, you don't have to use it, but if you wanted to, the way you do it is you double click, you find in this playback window, this is opened by clicking on this light blue text, or you can right click and go to playback devices. You can find your speaker's Andrea device down here. Even though it's not the default device, we can still change some settings. So I'm going to right click and hit properties, or you can just click it once and hit properties, go to levels. And in here you'll find this microphone array that's muted and turned down. We're going to unmute that and turn it up a little bit. This is the level for your real-time monitoring. So you have two levels. You can consider speakers like a main volume and the microphone array like a just the real-time monitoring volume. So I'm going to turn that up a little bit and leave it unmuted and hit OK. So now the real-time monitoring is currently working. You can plug in headphones and listen in real time to what the microphone's doing. Once you're finished that, hit OK. And now we're ready to make a test recording. Andrea gives us this nice little audio recorder down here. So we're going to hit the top left button over here that starts a new recording. We're going to select the sampling rate of 44100 and channels is stereo because it's a stereo microphone. Hit OK. And then we're ready. I can hit this record button. Check, testing, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. As we can see, I'm getting some levels. That's great. It's a little low, so maybe I'll turn the boost up a little bit. But otherwise, the microphone's working correctly and we're good to go. So that was installation of a stereo USB microphone. If anything changed, if you see anything, menu options didn't appear or didn't look correctly, go check out our video for what went wrong, and you'll be able to clear out everything and start over and have the drivers installed correctly the second time.